Imagine this. You're a guy who spent years chasing quiet in a world that's way too loud. You build this perfect soundproof room in your basement. Layer after layer of foam and seals, shutting out every car horn, every neighbor's yell, every tick of the clock. Finally, you step inside, close the door, and it's bliss. Total silence. Not a whisper. But then, in that perfect void, you hear it. Soft, steady breathing that ain't coming from you. Your heart slams, skin prickles, because whatever's in there with you, it's been waiting all along. That's the chilling Reddit post we're spinning into today's revenge tale, folks. A story about a man named Marcus who thought he could escape the noise of his toxic life, only to find the real monster was closer than he knew. But this ain't just horror, it's revenge served ice cold, where the hunted becomes the hunter. And justice echoes in the quietest places. Marcus had always hated noise. Grew up in a cramped apartment in Brooklyn. Walls so thin you could hear the couple next door arguing about dinner while you try to sleep. His dad was a yeller, mom a door slammer, siblings blasting music till dawn. School was worse, bullies mocking his stutter, teachers droning on, cafeteria chaos that made his head throb. By the time he hit his 20s, Marcus was done. He saved every penny from his IT job, moved to a quiet suburb in New Jersey, and started building his sanctuary, a room where nothing could touch him. No sounds, no people, no pain. But life don't let you hide that easy. Enter his roommate, Derek. They'd met through a Craigslist ad. Derek seemed chill at first. A freelance musician who promised he'd practice quietly. Marcus laid down rules. No loud parties, no blasting amps. Keep it down. Derek nodded, flashed that easy grin, and moved in with his guitar case and duffel bag. Rent was cheap, and Marcus figured sharing the house would help fund his soundproof dream faster. Things soured quick. Derek wasn't just noisy. He was a tornado of disruption, blasting heavy metal at 2 a.m., inviting buddies over for beer pong marathons that shook the floors, laughing like a hyena at stupid jokes. Marcus asked nicely at first, "Hey, man, can you turn it down? I got work early." Derek would apologize, but next night, same crap. It escalated. Derek started mocking Marcus's sensitivity. "Dude, you some kind of vampire? Can't handle a little life?" He'd crank the volume on purpose when Marcus was home, bang on the walls just to get a rise. Marcus felt his blood boil, fists clench, but he swallowed it. Confrontation wasn't his thing. Instead, he poured everything into the room. Nights got worse. Derek's girlfriend, Lisa, moved in unofficially. They'd fight loud, make up louder, stomping around like elephants. Marcus's headaches turned to migraines, sleep evaporated. He'd lie awake, heart pounding from the bass thumping through the vents, thinking, why me? Why can't I just have peace? He tried earplugs, white noise machines, nothing worked. Derek caught him once, plugging his ears in the kitchen, and burst out laughing. Look at this guy, building a fortress cause he can't. Deal. Pathetic. That word hit like a slap. Pathetic. Marcus's face burned, stomach twisted, but he walked away, vowing silently, I'll show you quiet. The room took shape over months. He researched obsessively, acoustic foam, mass-loaded vinyl, double doors with seals. Spent thousands. Derek watched with smirks, calling it the panic room for wimps. But Marcus didn't care. This was his escape. Finally, it was done. He stepped inside, shut the door, and the world vanished. No hum from the fridge, no distant traffic, just his own heartbeat, slow and steady. He sank into a chair, eyes closing, a smile creeping up. Freedom. Then, in the silence, a soft inhale. Exhale. Not his. His eyes snapped open, skin crawling like ants under his shirt. He held his breath, listened hard. There it was again, rhythmic, close, like someone right next to him. But the room was empty. No vents, no cracks. Panic clawed his throat. He bolted out, gasping, slamming the door. Derek was in the living room, feet up, beer in hand. What? Your quiet cave too scary. He chuckled, eyes gleaming with that bully glee. Marcus's hands shook as he poured coffee later, mind racing. Was it imagination? Exhaustion? No. He knew what he heard. And deep down, a darker thought bubbled. Maybe the noise wasn't outside. Maybe it was always in here, with me. If you've ever dealt with a roommate from hell, someone who turns your home into a war zone and laughs while you suffer, you know that slow-burning rage. The kind that simmers until it explodes. If that's you, smash that like button now. Subscribe for more tales where the quiet ones strike back hard. And hit the bell, cause this story's about to turn the volume up on payback. Trust me, Marcus's revenge? It's gonna leave you breathless. Now let's dive deeper. Marcus didn't sleep that night. He paced the house while Derek and Lisa partied upstairs, their laughter piercing like nails on chalkboard. But in his head, that breathing echoed louder. He started doubting himself. Maybe the room wasn't perfect. A leak somewhere. Next day, he triple-checked seals, added more foam, tested with apps measuring decibels. 0. Silent as space. He went in again, sat still. Minutes ticked. Nothing. Relief washed over him, cool and sweet. Then, just as he relaxed, inhale, exhale, closer this time. Like hot breath on his neck, he freaked, scrambled out, heart jackhammering. Derek caught him in the hallway, pale and sweating. Whoa, ghost got your tongue. Or is it the silence driving you nuts? That mocking tone, the way his lips curled, Marcus felt small. Dismissed, like back in school. Derek slapped his back too hard. Man up, bro. Life's noisy. Deal with it. That was the build-up. Derek kept pushing, turned the house music up whenever Marcus was around, accidentally knocking over his tools in the basement, even sneaking into the room once to blast a speaker inside before Marcus locked it. Just testing your fortress, he'd yell, laughing as Marcus fumed silently. Inside, though, the fury stacked like bricks. Marcus's thoughts darkened. Why does he get to ruin everything? Why do I always hide? The breaking point hit one Friday. Marcus came home early, migraine pulsing, to find Derek throwing a rager. House trashed, strangers everywhere, bass shaking the walls. He asked Derek to stop, politely at first. Derek's face twisted. This is my house too, freak. If you want quiet, go live in a cave. Then he shoved Marcus, hard, into the wall. Pain shot through his shoulder. But worse was the humiliation, the crowd snickering. Marcus retreated to his room, locked in, but even there, the thumps vibrated faintly, and in the almost silence, that breathing again, mocking him. Enough. That night, as the party raged, Marcus sat in the dark, breathing synced with the invisible one, and planned. No more hiding. Time to turn the noise against the noisy. The plan was simple but genius. Marcus was IT smart, hacked systems for fun in college. He knew Derek's dirty secrets. The guy dealt weed on the side, bragged about it in texts. Marcus had seen the stashes hidden in the garage, but that was small potatoes. Digging deeper, he found Derek's laptop unlocked one day, emails showing he'd been scamming gigs, stealing music tracks from online forums, passing them as his own. And worse, texts to Lisa cheating with her best friend. Ammo. Risk was high. Hacking could backfire, land him in trouble. But strategy? Perfect. He'd expose Derek anonymously, but with a twist. Use sound as the weapon. He built a small device, a speaker hidden in Derek's room vents, connected to his phone. Programmed it to play subtle sounds at night. Breathing, whispers, footsteps. Just enough to unsettle. Execution started slow. First night after the party, Marcus waited till 3 a.m. triggered the device. Soft breathing from Derek's wall. He heard Derek stir through the thin upstairs floor, mutter, "What the hell?" Marcus smiled in the dark. Next nights escalated. Added whispers. Derek's name, faint and creepy. Derek started complaining to Lisa, bags under his eyes. "Something's in the walls, babe. I swear." She laughed it off, but tension built. Marcus stacked it, during day, sent anonymous tips to Derek's music clients about stolen tracks. Gigs dried up. Derek got paranoid, yelling at shadows. Then the big play. Marcus hacked Derek's phone, leaked the cheating texts to Lisa via fake account. She confronted him, screaming match that shook the house. Derek denied, but proof was ironclad. She left, slamming doors. Alone now, Derek cranked music to drown the ghosts. But Marcus amped the sounds, now full breaths. Laughs like his own mocking tone. Derek broke. Started sleeping with lights on, jumping at nothing. Marcus watched from afar, satisfaction warming his chest like hot coffee on a cold day. The revenge climax unfolded on a stormy night. Derek, ragged and wild-eyed, burst into Marcus's room. "You? It's you, isn't it? The noises, the leaks, you're screwing with me." Marcus stayed calm, sitting in his chair. "Me? I'm just enjoying the quiet." Derek lunged. But Marcus was ready, hit record on his phone hidden. Derek ranted, admitted to the scams, the dealing, everything, thinking he was alone with Marcus. Marcus played it cool. Leave now, or this goes to the cops. Derek's face drained white. Thunder boomed outside, rain lashing windows. He packed that night, muttering curses, but broken. As he left, Marcus whispered, "Sweet silence." Derek never found peace after that night. He crashed on friends' couches for a while, but the noises followed him. Soft breathing in empty rooms. Whispers that sounded like his own voice mocking him from the corners. He'd wake up drenched in sweat, convinced someone was watching from the closet, from under the bed. Sleep became his enemy. He started drinking heavy, popping pills to knock himself out. But even then the dreams came. Endless dark rooms where the air moved without wind, where every exhale wasn't his. Words spread fast in their circles. The leaked texts, the canceled gigs. The rumors of stolen tracks. Clients blacklisted him, venues stopped booking. His Instagram, once full of stage shots and crowd cheers, went quiet. Comments turned nasty. Old friends ghosted. Lisa never looked back. Derek hit rock bottom quick, bouncing between dead-end jobs, bartending, delivery, whatever paid cash. But the money went to booze and louder headphones, anything to drown it out. Didn't work. The breathing was always there, patient, waiting for the music to stop. Marcus, meanwhile, thrived in the silence he'd finally claimed. The house felt bigger with Derek gone. He turned the upstairs into a proper studio, recorded ambient tracks for apps and games, made real money doing what he loved. He started dating again, a sound engineer named Clara who got it, who loved quiet walks and whispered conversations. They'd sit in the soundproof room together sometimes, just listening to nothing, fingers laced, hearts sinking in the void. Marcus never heard the extra breathing again. The room was his now, truly his. But every revenge has echoes, right? And Marcus wasn't as cold as he pretended. One rainy afternoon in early 2026, about a year after Derek left, Marcus got a message on an old email he barely checked. No subject, just a voice note attached. He almost deleted it, but the sender name caught his eye, Derek. He played it in the kitchen, volume low. At first, static, then heavy, ragged breathing, like someone who'd run miles and couldn't catch up. Derek's voice cracked through, hoarse, desperate. "Marcus, man, I know you hate me. I get it. I was a piece of shit. I pushed too far. But whatever you did, whatever that thing is, please, make it stop. It's in my head now. All the time. I can't sleep, can't think. I hear it breathing when I breathe. Like it's waiting for me to stop so it can start." A long pause. Wet cough. Then quieter, almost a whisper. "I'm sorry. For everything. The noise, the shoving, the laughing. I was loud because I was scared of quiet. Scared of what I'd hear if it ever got still. And now it's too quiet. Please." The note ended with a choked sound, half sob, half gasp. Marcus sat there a long time, staring at the phone. Rain tapped the windows like soft fingers. He felt the old anger flicker, but it was tired now, burned out. What he felt more was pity, and something colder. Recognition. Because in the years since Derek left, Marcus had changed. The silence wasn't just escape anymore. It was power. He'd learned how sound, or the absence of it, could break a person, shape them, hollow them out. He didn't reply to the message. Instead, he went downstairs, opened the soundproof room, and sat in the dark. For the first time in a year, he heard it again. Soft, steady, right beside him. Inhale, exhale. Not his rhythm. Not quite. Marcus closed his eyes and smiled, small and sharp. He whispered into the void, voice barely louder than the breathing. "He's ready now. Take your time." The room stayed perfectly silent. But somewhere across town, in a dingy studio apartment with peeling paint and blackout curtains, Derek jolted awake on a stained mattress. The air felt thick, heavy, like someone had just exhaled in the space next to his ear. He clutched his throat, eyes wide in the dark. And for the first time in months, the breathing stopped. Just long enough for him to hear his own heart, slowing. Waiting. Some noises you can't shut out because they were never outside you to begin with. Some silence isn't peace. It's just the sound of something else moving in. Sweet dreams, everyone. Or better yet, loud ones. Keep the music on. Keep talking. Keep breathing like you mean it. Because when it finally gets quiet enough, you might hear whose turn it is to breathe for you. That's the real end of Marcus's story. Not the eviction, not the ruined life. The moment he realized revenge doesn't always stop when the bad guy loses. Sometimes it keeps going, quiet and patient, until the one who started it wonders who's really listening in the dark. Was it worth it? Did Derek deserve it? Or did Marcus cross a line he can't come back from? You tell me in the comments. Drop your thoughts. What would you have done? Would you have answered that voice note? Or let the silence finish what it started? If this one left you checking over your shoulder, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories where revenge doesn't just win. It lingers. Turn on notifications, because the next one might be about someone who thought they could outrun their own echo. Thanks for staying till the end. Stay loud out there. Stay safe. And whatever you do tonight, don't chase perfect silence. See you in the next one.